From abandon to awaken, the sacred cleaning of my inner home. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Light Beneath Layers, a journey of knowing thyself. This is a sacred space where we do not run from the dust. We face it, feel it, and transmute it into light. Today's story is for the part of you that feels buried, forgotten, under layers of what was never yours to carry. Let me take you into my truth. Life is so interesting, isn't it? We human beings are wired with layers and layers of brain pattern. So many that it reminds me of an abandoned house. Have you ever seen one of those homes in a horror movie? The kind where dust has settled so thick that no light comes in, no light goes out, and the whole space feels stuck, heavy, and haunted by unspoken energy. That is how I felt about my inner world. At some point, without realizing it, I had abandoned myself. And over time, that abandonment collected emotional dust, grief, guilt, shame, survival, silence. It was not just from this life, but from the past lives and even from ancestral patterns I did not know I was carrying. I believe I left myself somewhere around the age of 3 or 4. From that moment on, layers started forming from parents, siblings, teachers, culture, authority figures, each leaving behind a trace of pain or confusion I did not understand. And so, I did what most of us do. I justified, I performed, I obeyed. But I did not ask the deeper question, are these even mine? When I finally did begin asking, my inner home began speaking. It said, I have been waiting for you. These are not yours, but they have shaped you. Now, are you ready to clean them out? And let me tell you, this cleaning is no joke. It is not easy to see your pattern, name them, sit with them, and peel them layer by layer like sediment in an ancient mine. I had no guide, no tools, no mentor in the beginning. All I had was confusion, pain, and a loud inner voice shouting, be good, be nice, be generous, be calm, have no ego, have no anger. But guess what? All those voices were coming from people who had never done this work themselves. They were teaching from bankruptcy, and they passed on their emotional debts to children who were simply trying to survive. As a child, no one asked me how I felt. They just started lecturing. And so, I wore layers that even looked like virtues, but they were still just layers. They were not me. In 2006, I had my first sacred awakening. I caught a glimpse of myself beneath the dust for the first time. I realized I'm not my patterns, I'm not my conditioning, I'm not my past. But that glimpse was only the beginning. From that day until October 14, 2023, it has been 17 years of cleaning. Some days I think, oh wow, I am finally clean, only to find another thick layer waiting underneath. It is like someone trying to restore a home abandoned for 100 years. Even if you open the windows and sweep the floors, the heaviness still lingers in the walls. And unless someone saw the house before you started cleaning, they would still call it dirty. But only you know how far you have come. There are days I feel few percent lighter than the day before, and that is still progress. I do not know what step I am on anymore, but I know I have come a long way, and I know there is still a long way to go. Some days it is not the word, but my own inner voice that whispers the harshest word. You are too much, or what a nasty woman. Echoes I have repeated to myself far more than anyone else ever did. But the only difference now is I do not make myself wrong for being human. I accept myself exactly as I am and as I am not. That is the first step in seeing clearly. These ways of being, I collected them. They are not my essence, but they live in me through ancestral memory. And now I work on them with the support of my coach, for whom I am deeply grateful. Together, we do not judge the dust, we get curious about it. There is something sacred that I must tell you. Even if the light is still outside the window of your soul, it is still there. And one day it will shine inside you too. But only if you are willing to sit in the abandoned room and believe that healing is possible. Yes, it is scary. Yes, it takes everything. But I made a vow in this lifetime. No matter how long it takes, no matter how much ancestral dust I must clean, I am going to do this work. And let me tell you, it takes something to fulfill a commitment like that. My vow is this: to leave this earth complete with myself and with every human being who crosses my path, to make peace with my past, to unburden my lineage, and to keep opening every window of this sacred inner home until it sparkles again with the light I was born to carry. You are not just cleaning dust, dear ones. You are remembering who you are.